Hey guys, I just want to address the problems I have with my recent video, and it's the one where I'm talking about a build I did that has a lot of damage, and I saw a lot of you guys are mad about my stat padding, and I went to stat padding rehab, and I learned about how the ways I was going about my life and my stat padding was just wrong. And I'm going to make this video to apologize and correct my actions and make everything better. So, yeah, there were some comments that really helped me with this problem of stat padding, and I want to make a new POB for you guys. We can do it together here. Okay, so here's my POB, and we will fix it. Okay, so let's address the comments together. We have a beautiful picture here to go. I took the comments and I put them into a picture so we could address them. Okay, so Sad Bean Boy, he's a sad guy. He says that open the POB, which we just did, and that we take the focus on and repeat mode. All hits use final. Why pad when you have this much damage? Okay, I'm sorry, Sad Meme Boy. Let's turn off the focus because we're not very focused today, are we? The AD, we did not take our Ritalin, so we're not focused. And we've changed our final hit, which we should have done. He's right. It was a mistake, okay? Sad Bean Boy, it was a mistake. Repeat mode is now on average, but you know what? For you, we'll make it none. How about that? Okay, none. Timer Reno Chillerino 7468 says it's a bait POB. I'm sorry that I baited you. Or did you not? I bet you're so smart you did not get baited, right? You didn't get baited by it, did you, bro? Because you're too smart. SD Poseido says 50% shock as well as even though he hits 50% only on the last hits of the boss. I don't know why people keep doing that as if the showcase didn't speak for itself. Maybe the title, but then again, we could have just wrote one depth of face angle Ubers would have been accurate. And yeah, he wrote that. Okay, so he doesn't think we're shocking for 50%. So I guess we don't shock, do we, bro? Let's turn off. Okay, no more shock. Our damage is now down to 500 million. Still pretty good, right, guys? Still pretty good. Who's next? Also, when adding Merc, you have to add 33% less damage to make up for the increased boss HP. Typical padding behavior. Agnog. It's not that time of the year for Agnog, but for him, it's always that time of the year. All right. Well, I don't really know if what he said is right. So the only thing we could do that is ethical and moral, because now we're moral and so ethical because of these comments. We just take the mercs off, right? No more mercs. No more fun. Mercs are gone. So just make sure that everything turned red. And that means we don't have Dorianis. So now everything goes back. Lightning goes back to 50, right? Very ethical, okay? Thank you for keeping me in check, Agnog. 50 million damage now. We just lost a lot of damage, didn't we? 50 million damage, though. Nothing to scoff at, right, guys? Not too bad. Who's next? EE needs to be nerfed into the ground. What is the ground? Every build is exactly the same. Okay. Let's check on this. POE Ninja. Every build is exactly the same. This build that we did is exactly the same as all of the other builds. Okay, 6% of the player base is using Ephemeral Edge. He's very correct then, isn't he? 6% is everybody. And then within everyone wearing Ephemeral Edge, Badge of the Brotherhood, 0.6% of the 6%. So that's everybody, isn't it? It's everybody. It's all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. It's like 34. I stopped counting all accurately there. I hope you don't get mad at me for not counting perfectly. But it's like 30 to 40 of people with just those 2 items on. Not even counting more things. It's definitely everybody. Yeah, it's definitely everybody. Gula, Gumonk, whatever your name is. Okay, Nicholas G. Dubs. Padding the POB to this extent ends up invalidating the question of whether or not the build is half decent to begin with. It doesn't even matter if it's being presented in such a disingenuous manner. So disingenuous. I'm so sorry, Nicholas GW. As I've mentioned, I've changed my ways. I will not be a stat padder. I've gone back to reform stat padding school, and I'm clean now, okay? I'm clean. And then we have I Suck at Life 420. Blind is no joke, bro. You need to adjust your whole life and POB around this. Well, that's a good point. What if I'm blinded? And what if I miss? What if I miss? How can we adjust for this? Maybe we can say something like chance to hit is 0? I don't know. Is that a thing? Maybe we could do your attacks cannot hit. Nope, that doesn't work either. How do we do this? We need to make our accuracy 0, basically. We need to calculate when we never hit. What is our damage when we don't hit? That's the question, right? How do we do that? Maybe we say like negative 500,000 to accuracy rating. There we go. Chance to hit is 5%. We need to add zeros. 5%. Oh, maybe 5% is the minimum. And then maybe we could say minus 5% chance to hit. No. Okay. Well, 5%. You know what we can do with this, guys? What we could do? I'm hoping you guys can see this number. I might zoom in for you a little bit if I can. Is that a zoom? There's no zoom on POB. Can I do this? Nope. That didn't work. Sorry, you guys couldn't see what I did because I went off camera. But what we can do is we can say that our chance to hit is 5%, right? And that means that if our chance to hit went down to 0 because we missed. So if we missed, when we miss because we're blind, we're going to do how much damage when we miss? 0. 0 billion damage. That's it. 0 billion damage. That's what we've been looking for. That's what we've been chasing. I think we solved everything, guys. This is the build. The 0 billion damage build. When you miss, you do 0 damage. You do 0 million damage. You do 0 billion damage. 0 trillion damage. All right. If you didn't know that this whole video is a joke, hopefully you do now.